Hi there, welcome to my channel. Today I have a review of the new NYX Ultimate palettes. These are new palettes that NYX put out to kind of mimic the Vise Art palettes. I can tell you right off the bat, they're nowhere close. They are $18. You can get them at NYX.com, NYX's website. You can get them on Ulta's website. And I believe you can find them in some Targets. I haven't found them in my local Targets, but you might have better luck than I did. I picked up the Smokey and Highlight palette, the Cool Neutrals, and the Brights. I couldn't find the Warm Neutrals on the Ulta website, so there you have that. To start off, they are $18. In them you get... they're hard to open to start off. In them you get 16 shades, and they're unique-ish. You get a good range of colors. This is the Cool Neutrals. In the Cool Neutrals, you get a mix of mattes, shimmers, glitters. You get enough for an eye look. You get some nice smoky colors. You get some nice neutrals that you can create a base look with. I'll have swatches on the sides. You'll have the top 2 rows and then the bottom 2 rows on each side of me as I discuss these. As always, full swatches will be on my website at fieldmymakeup.com, so if you want to see them in high definition, you can take a look there. This shade, this palette I was really excited for because it has one of those infamous blue, brown, green, rusty colors. Gotta say, it didn't really live up to the hype, and I'll kind of get into that at the end with my full thoughts on the whole collection, because my concerns are the same. The mattes are incredibly soft in the pan. They swatch beautifully on the finger, not so much on the eye. The swatches on the side are going to be finger swatches, but we'll get into that. This purple performs like most purples, not very well. Some of these more smokier colors, they kind of all translate the same. They are highly pigmented when you first put them on the eye, but they don't last. So there you have it. The packaging as I got it was incredibly scuffed up, so I'm not a fan of that. The shelf life on these is 24 months, and the Cool Neutrals palette is got an eye on the back that indicates that it is eye safe. So this can be used safely around the eyes for you to use. Ingredients are on the back. Okay, moving on to the next one. This one is the Smokey and Highlight palette. This one is also 24 months and is eye safe. Ingredients are also underneath. This one had a green shade that I was really drawn to. It's this one right here. It's so pretty. Same problems as the other ones. I'll get into the end. They all blend really nice, but you can create some really nice looks. You get some neutrals, a lot of smoky colors. You can create a couple different smoked out looks. You can create a nice blue base one. You can create some grays, a green, some nice burgundies. So there is some options in here if you're looking to create different types of smoky eyes. So you can create a few different looks. So we're going to move on. Same thing with packaging. This one is the Brights palette. This one is also 24 months. There's an eye thing on the back that says it's eye safe. There's also one that says face. I do want to point out that this is an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. That means some of the shades in this are not eye safe in the United States. I have indicated these on my palette. I just took some white eyeshadow. It's a striper pen or nail polish, and I just kind of dotted them. It is this pink, this orange, and this hot pink. The reason is in the FDA, in the United States, the FDA has not approved those pigments for use around the eyes. They stain the eyes, lids area, so use it with your own caution. You can use them on your face just fine. I use them on my eyes because I don't care. If you have an Urban Decay Electric palette or the Melt Radioactive stack, it's the same concept there. It's just the pigment. Perfectly safe to use in the European Union and I believe Australia, but not in the United States. So they're marketed as pressed pigments, but the rest of them are eyeshadows. This is really colorful, really bright. You get a couple shimmers, mainly mattes. Nice rainbow. I did create a rainbow eye. If you go scroll on my Instagram, you can check that out. I also did a test drive using this palette. I will link that below. You guys can, or I'll put the little eye up. And I'll have, like I said, I have the swatches going. So we're gonna kind of talk about these. I have some concerns. First of all, I'm going to start with all of them. The pigmentation is great initially. When you first put these on your eyes, the pigmentation is like, whoa, this is the greatest thing in the world. And then an hour later it's gone. So it's great, but then when you go to look at it later, you're like, oh, well, that's a shame. I did a really pretty rainbow eye look, and I get home, my fiance goes, I can't really tell what colors you used. Oh. He watched me do a smoky eye using that rust blue, green, brown shade. It was gone within like 30 minutes. You couldn't see it, which was a shame because I put it over primer and I put it over a cream base. So if I'm putting it over a bunch of sticky tacky stuff and it's still not staying, that's not a good sign. They swatch beautifully, they blend wonderfully. They're pigmented, but they're not, there's no staying power to these eyeshadows. Now, I would say, oh, pick them up for a pop of color to test them out before spending $80 on a Visor palette. Except these are $18. They're almost $20. That is a lot for the drugstore, in my opinion. It's one thing to pick up a $9 palette from like CoverGirl to test out to see if you want a $59 Urban Decay palette. It's another to say, okay, you need to drop $20 to test out to see if you want something. I don't think it's worth it at that point. There are no usable shades in this, in my opinion. Unless you're just testing things out at home, nothing is going to stay. That's the problem. I love colors. I wish they would stay. Even the neutrals, they don't stay on your eyes. And it's a damn shame because these are really pretty combinations. Like brights, hell yeah. Cool neutrals, I'm down. I really wanted that rusty shade to work. This smoky and highlight, that green, ooh, it was so gorgeous, so gorgeous. But they didn't work. So now I've got a stack of eyeshadows that don't work. And I'm actually really tempted to go to Ulta and be like, I want my money back because these are shit. Because they're really that bad. And I don't know what it is, but NYX, they can knock it out of the park with face products. They knock it out of the park with their cream, their jumbo eye pencils. But when it comes to eyeshadows, they're not that good. They're just not good at them. And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. So I give them like an A for effort at trying to dupe the Visor palettes, but like pigmentation, they get a fucking 10 because they're, holy shit, they're pigmented. Blendability, they get a 10 for blendability, but wearability, they don't last. So it's like an F. It's a fail. Like a 1 out of 10 for lasting, and that's that I would never purchase these, and I don't recommend them. So if you're looking at getting these, pass. Seriously, hard pass, unless you really want to spend $20 to test out some bright colors. That's it. These two, I would suggest getting something from Maybelline or CoverGirl to test out instead, because you're gonna have better luck, and they're gonna be cheaper. These are not terribly unique. If you want that rust green shade, I know it's in the Comfort Zone palette from Wet n Wild. I don't know why I haven't picked it up yet. I will. But these are not terribly unique. This is for the drugstore, and this is shit. If you want bright colors, get an Urban Decay electric palette. For the record, the tutorial I linked, the test drive, you can recreate it with the electric palette. I used the oranges and the pinks. You can use the electric for that. So, but I don't like these. I'm going to actually return these. So there you go. There you have it. So yeah, those are my thoughts. If you want to see the swatches in high definition, they are finger swatches. They're going to look good, but that's about it. You can head to my blog at Fueled by Makeup. You can check me out on social media at Fueled by Makeup, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you want to add me on Snapchat, it's Abstract Hello. I have a link in the description box for that stuff. I have a link to that test drive where I slapped some stuff on my face, including other stuff that I will be reviewing and have up in the next week or so. So you can check that out later. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.